प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो
Let me start by speaking about, of course, like my earlier days when I was in Vrindavan, when I was studying there with Swami. Now, Vrindavan is a beautiful place. Okay, Vrindavan is a place where you have, I can hands down say, you have better darshan than Puttaparthi at Vrindavan. Okay, not because I've spent longer time in Vrindavan than in Parthi, of course, but because लोग वहाँ बहुत कम रहते हैं and Swami comes there for a very very short span of time. ठीक है, पुट्टपर्ती में क्या है कि it becomes a general routine for everybody. Like जितने भी हम students थे ना, तो हमारा general routine था, it was a part and parcel of our life कि स्वामी थे, तो we would take स्वामी हल्के में and we would go for darshan only in the evening and spend whatever time आते time पे, because Swami was very easily accessible to us, very much there. We would not even, we would misuse the time. In fact, I would say it was the greatest misfortune because the avatar was there with us. And हमने उनका 100% लाभ बिल्कुल नहीं उठाया कभी, है ना. ये मैं अपने बारे में बोल सकता हूँ, बाकियों ने ऑफ कोर्स बहुत कुछ किया होगा, बट मैं तो था शरारती ना, तो मैंने ये नहीं किया था. पर वृंदावन में चूंकि स्वामी बहुत कम टाइम के लिए आते थे, he was there for a very little time. So when Swami is at Vrindavan, everything else in Vrindavan stops. Okay, the colleges don't matter, education, बच्चों का पढ़ाई, examinations, ये सब कुछ मायने रखता ही नहीं है. Because Swami is there, so सुबह दर्शन, शाम को दर्शन, फिर स्वामी ने कुछ ट्राई सेशन ले लिया, वो ले लिया. So the entire day is spent only with Swami and being with Swami. So that is the beauty of being in Vrindavan, as a student at least. Okay, so the darshans are very very intimate, a lot of beautiful discussion. Of course, another level closer is Kodaikanal. Okay, so that's even more intimate. But Vrindavan is very very close interaction with Swami on a daily basis. So jab Swami aate na, Swami generally visits Vrindavan during the summer time. जब गर्मियों की छुट्टी होती है ना, that is when Swami visits Vrindavan, because Bangalore was comparatively cooler. Puttaparthi was boiling. So Swami वहाँ पे आते थे. We have this culture of having prasadam, right? Swami distributes prasadam almost every day. And one of the most common prasadams during Bangalore days, during Vrindavan time, was the mango. Okay, and it was not any ordinary mango. It used to be those big mangoes, okay? Red, big looking, each mango the size of my face. And that used to be the prasadam, okay? Now, जब mangoes आते थे प्रसादम में, पूरे हॉस्टल में हम सब बच्चों के ना, हमारे सब प्लानिंग चलती थी. किस चीज का प्लानिंग? Now what happens, we used to stay in a hostel where in each room we used to have 12 people staying. Okay, 12 बच्चे एक रूम में पढ़ते थे, रहते थे साथ में. Which means the room gets 12 mangoes. Okay, so each boy gets one mango, and a lot of times what happens is mangoes जब आते हैं तो अच्छा सबके पास छुरी नहीं रहती है आम काटने के लिए. One boy in the entire room would have a knife, and that knife would then be, उसको ना बारी बारी करके उस पे लगाया जाए कि भाई तेरे बाद मैं लूंगा, मेरे बाद वो लेगा, उसके बाद ये लेगा, ऐसा करके हम लोग 12 लोगों में हम लोग का गठबंधन हो जाएगा कि भाई कौन किसके बाद कौन लेगा. एंड वी वुड रोटेट ऑन रोटेशन बेसिस किसकी बारी आती है आम काटने की, बिकॉज द पर्सन हुज कटिंग द मैंगो गेट्स टू ईट द मैंगो द लास्ट. बाकी सब लोग प्लेट से उठा के ले जाएंगे. ओके, सो वो बारी बारी हम लोग करते थे. दिस वाज द फन दैट यूज्ड टू हैव. सो मैं फर्स्ट ईयर में था एंड मेरे रूम लीडर्स जो होते थे वो सब सीनियर रहते थे. उन्होंने बोला यार पता है आज मैंगोज है ना, अच्छी बात है ना, तो उसमें खुश होने वाली क्या बात है. Said, boss, you don't know. When there are mangoes, there are a lot of times after giving all the devotees and everybody, a lot of mangoes are left. So what happens to all those mangoes? Swami sends them all to students only. So students can pick up 3-4 mangoes also and come. My God, this was like मेरे को मतलब कुछ तो मिल गया था मेरे मुंह से ना. I was जो इतना तो लगा था कि आम मिलेगा हमको खाने को, क्या बात है, वो भी 2-2, 3-3 and beautiful mangoes, beautiful looking mangoes. So I was pretty excited. So prasadam distribution के लिए ना we used to go room number wise. So that was our duty were allocated. So उस particular day में ना हमारी duty पड़ी. So we were a few, I think 4 or 5 rooms totally. तो उनको मिला करके उनके सारे के सारे बच्चे, दे वर इन चार्ज ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग प्रसादम at the gents side. Okay. So before Swami comes, we all go behind Sai Ramesh Hall and queue up there. Okay. So हम लोग वहां पे जाते थे और वहां पे we used to wait. So moment we enter there in line, Swami is still inside Vrindavan. हमने देखा कि आम की पेटियां रखी हुई हैं बड़ी बड़ी आकर के. So we had to take out those mangoes and put them in basins that we could then carry around serving the devotees. So जैसे ही वो आम को निकाल करके हम बेसिन में लाद रहे थे ना, आई वॉज नोटिसिंग कि यार ये आम है ना, ये तो बहुत अलग किस्म के आम है, कोई स्पेशल वैरायटी है और एकदम लाल लाल टमाटर जैसे इतने बड़े बड़े और रसीले दिख रहे हैं. तो मैं मन ही मन इतना खुश था कि मैं तो यार आज तो कुछ 10-12 तो उठा के ले ही जाऊंगा मैं यहाँ पे, है ना. तो मैंने क्या किया था, अपना एक अलग सा बैग भी उठा के ले आया था कि अगर आम हाथ में ना पकड़ पाऊँ तो शायद बैग में डाल के ले जाऊँ. That level of planning was going on. Okay. Now, so हमने basins में डाल दिया, हम ready थे. Now it's customary that whenever bhajans आरती जब खत्म होती है, there are 3 boys who go to Swami with the basins. You would have all seen. Right? So Swami would bless each one of them and send them. एक VIP line भेजते हैं, एक ladies side भेजते हैं, एक student की तरफ भेजते हैं, devotee. ऐसा 3-4 बच्चे जाते हैं स्वामी के पास. So उस दिन जो हमारे इंचार्ज थे वहां पे, सर जो थे, उन्होंने कहा कि निशाद, you be one of the boys who will take the mango to Swami. I said okay, nice. And इतना ही बोला था कि we got an indication that Swami is coming. So भजन शुरू हो गए and slowly Swami came in his wheelchair. तब तक wheelchair पे आ गए थे स्वामी. So he was in wheelchair, he was being pushed by brother Satyajit. And as he came, we all formed a line वहां पे, with all the mangoes kept like that, and Swami came, he looked at each one of us and this thing, and he went in for darshan and bhajans. Now comes Aarti. So जैसे ही आरती हुआ, 3 of us were ready with the 3 baskets, 3 basins to take the mangoes for Swami to bless. First boy goes, kneels down. Swami tells him, gent side. So he goes that side to the VIP segment. सेकेंड को ब्लेस किया, बोला स्टूडेंट्स, तो स्टूडेंट्स के लिए गया. थर्ड मैं था, मैं जाकर के नील डाउन होता हूँ, तो स्वामी पुट हिज लेफ्ट हैंड ऑन द मैंगो पाइल एंड ही केप्ट लुकिंग. ओके, यहाँ पे बाकियों का शुरू हो गया ऑलरेडी. लाइक अदर बॉयज दे वॉक आउट फ्रॉम द साइड्स एंड दे स्टार्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग अमंग द डिवोटीज. द लेडीज साइड पे वो सेवा दल होते हैं, वो कर लेते हैं. एंड हियर इज मी नीलिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ स्वामी लाइक दिस, एंड स्वामी अपना हाथ ऐसा रखे एंड ही इज जस्ट लुकिंग एट एवरीबॉडी. आरती इज गोइंग. And then he looked at me for some time. Our eyes met, and I smiled at Swami because, that face is so beautiful. Like you just can't take your eyes off that beautiful face, you know. So I looked at him, and he lifted a mango, and he gave it to me. Okay, you take. So मैं तो इतना खुश हो गया, मैंने वो बेसन नीचे रखा ऐसा और दोनों हाथों से वो मैंगो उठा लिया मैंने. Thank you, Swami. And then Swami, in all his mischievousness, says, this one mango you take. The rest all you distribute to everybody else. Okay? As if he already knew what I had planned. कि मेरी पूरी प्लानिंग पे पानी फेर दिया कि ये एक आम तुम लेके जाओ, बाकी जितना है ना वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दो. Okay? So that was my lesson, which was learned. That मुझे ज्यादा बस स्वामी के सानिध्य के, स्वामी की भक्ति की प्रार्थना करनी चाहिए, मैंगो की प्रार्थना बिल्कुल नहीं करनी चाहिए. That was my learning from this small but sweet experience that I had with Swami. And wow, it was amazing. Okay, so and that's that. यही वो भगवान है ना जिनको कोटि प्रणाम है उनको. You know, he is the one who's gone into those nitty-gritties, you know. ऐसे चुन चुन करके हमको ऐसा इंसान बनाया है, तो हम तो जानवर थे. ना बुद्धि थी, ना सिद्धि थी, कुछ नहीं. So that's my Swami. परतपुरे साईं गोपाल, परतपुरे साईं गोपाल, हे रे नाथ साईं राम. हे दीननाथ साईं राम, हे दीननाथ साईं राम. So Swami is somebody who teaches us a lot of things. Okay, and he's created. I know this for a fact that nothing in our life happens without his will. जो भी होता है ना, उनकी मर्जी से होता है. It's he's the guru who's planned our life ahead of us. He knows exactly कब क्या शिक्षा देनी चाहिए. Either he will do it directly, or he would throw life instances. Life will teach us. But one or the other way, वो सीखना ही सीखना है. A lot of times, these life episodes are accompanied by a lot of pain. And trust me, Swami has once told me that pain is the dearest friend of any human being. Because pain, दर्द जो है ना, वो बहुत बहुत अपना होता है. खुशियां बांटी जा सकती है. The happiness is pretty shallow. Because वो सबका होता है. खुशी के वक्त हर किसी का होता है. But गम जो होता है ना, the pain is only mine. The pain is more closer at heart. The pain stays with me. And the pain is what teaches me the most. Which is why Swami said, never be afraid of going through a pain or a suffering. It's been there as a plan of God to teach you something. It's only when you cross the pain do you start feeling happy. So being happy is just a relative part. So be grateful to God that He's planted a certain lesson in your life. कुछ hindrance है, कुछ hurdle है. I remember मेरा second year undergraduate course खत्म हो गया था. And it was the final semester. Exams हमने दे डाले थे. And after that we had, of course, vacations. So vacations when I went home, and what I'm about to share with you is not something that I've shared with a lot of people, because this is something very, very personal to me. But I don't know why, I just felt like sharing this. So we went home, and comes June, and the day when I'm supposed to rejoin at Vrindavan Hostel. Okay. Now I had done decently well at my exams, not flying colors, but decently well while writing my exams. So I was pretty confident कि हाँ चलो ठीक ठाक मार्क तो आ ही जाएंगे. So we come there, and we're all like all the students arrive that day at Vrindavan Hostel, and they're supposed to enter the hostel. They're being allocated their rooms and वो सब. And at the same time हमारे exam के results आ गए हैं, and the exam results are all put up on the college notice board. Okay, so we are supposed to go there and see the results and come back. So I entered the hostel and I check out to look for my name कि मेरे को किस room में allocate किया है. And I don't find my name in the entire list. I'm shocked कि मेरा नाम है कैसे, मुझे लगा कि शायद कहीं हो गया हो, कुछ खो गया हो. And I go to our warden's room. That time it was B.N. Narasimhamurthy sir. And I enter his room and I ask him, sir, I don't find my name on the notice board. And Narasimhamurthy sir calls me and he sit beta. So I sit down in front of him in his office. And that is where he breaks the news. He says, Nishad, you failed in 3 subjects in your exam. Not 1, not 2, but 3 subjects. And all the core subjects, okay? Maths, physics, and chemistry. All 3 of them were flunked. I said, sir, it's not possible. I mean, I might not have gotten the highest of marks, but I can't simply fail like that. I've not done that badly. But the results are all out and you've done miserable in all 3 subjects. which is why, as per the rules of our institution, we cannot allow you to be a part of the institution anymore. You have to stay away a year, give a back paper, clear all the 3 papers, and only then can we take you back in as a student again. Okay, that's the UGC norms. That's the norm of any college. If you flunk, you have to give a supplementary paper, and only then you can enter the college. Now, supplementary paper ka bhi aisa tha that in a particular semester, you can only give 2 supplementary papers, which means I had to skip 2 semesters. So मुझे 3 supplementary exams देने थे. उसके बाद ही I can pursue my 3rd year undergraduate course. Otherwise, I can't. So he said, see, I can't do the rules of rules, which is why we have been asked not to give you admission, which is why your name doesn't appear on the notice board. मेरे पैरों तले ना जमीन खिसक गई. मेरे माता पिता ना बाहर खड़े थे लगेज लेकर के. यहाँ बेटा भी आएगा और बताएगा हमको कि मम्मी मेरे को रूम मिल गया है और मेरा ये रूम है, देखो ये खिड़की से देखोगे ना मुझे दिखाई देगा. वो होता है ना माता पिता का सबका, बच्चे को कौन सा रूम मिला है, कौन से फ्लोर में क्या है. I did not know what to go and tell them. I didn't want to go and tell my mom कि मम्मी आपके बेटे को कॉलेज से निकाला जा रहा है क्योंकि आपका बेटा फेल हो गया है. I didn't know what they would go through. I didn't know what they will think. So I asked her, sir, मुझे I don't know what to do. मुझे बताइए ना, what can I do? Who can I speak to? He said, go to the college, check out your marks on the notice board, and speak to the principal if you want, Mr. Sanjay Sahani. So I did that. I came out. My parents were looking at me anxiously. Kya hua beta? I said, just a second, I'll just come. And I run to the college. It was almost afternoon by then, 12 or 1. And I go and see my marks, and they're all like fail in 3 subjects. And I go and meet Sanjay Sahni sir. And he tells me the same thing. Nishad, we don't know, but this is what your results have come out, and we can't allow you to be continuing your studies. We can't promote you to third year undergraduate. And you can't stay back here and give your supplementary as well. So you will have to go back home. We can't give you space in the hostel. और मैं रो पड़ा वहां पे. लाइक सर ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. मैं कैसे, लाइक हाउ डू आई गो बैक विदाउट बीइंग, मेरे माता पिता हैं उनसे मैं क्या बोलूं, कैसा, आई जस्ट कांट डू दिस. प्लीज डू समथिंग, टेक मी अंदर, कुछ भी करो, मैं यहीं कहीं रह जाऊंगा, इट्स ओके. ही सेड कि सॉरी वी कांट, इट्स अगेंस्ट द रूल्स. सो आई कम बैक and I break the news to my parents. I remember my mother and father started crying, okay, in the Brindavan campus, standing and crying because they don't know what to do. कि ऐसा क्या हो गया. उन्होंने बोला कि हम रिक्वेस्ट करें क्या तुम्हारे टीचर्स से. मम्मी कोई फायदा नहीं, क्या होगा. एंड मैं बहुत अंदर से भरा हुआ था तब तक, because I had never expected something like this to happen. तो मुझे मालूम ही था करेंगे क्या. माता पिता ने अपना टिकट करा लिया था. They were supposed to travel back to Odisha. And मेरा टिकट of course नहीं हुआ था because मैं तो यहाँ ज्वाइन करने वाला था. So I remember that afternoon, while all the other students and the parents all are smiling and getting assigned their rooms, हम 3 ना ऐसे अपने लगेज के साथ ऐसे खड़े रहे धूप में कि काश कोई चमत्कार हो, कुछ हो और शायद मुझे अंदर बुलाए, बट वो नहीं. और वहीं से आई केम बैक एंड आई रिमेंबर वी डिडंट ईट food their entire day because none of us were hungry. I can't even explain. I don't know how many of you are able to relate to something like this, but we were simply devastated. It was so. ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ था मेरे साथ. And मैं इतना बुरा स्टूडेंट था भी नहीं. So we don't know what happened. And suddenly my parents were all planning कि अब क्या बोलेंगे घर जा करके सब लोगों को. सब तो पूछेंगे ना कि क्या हुआ बेटा, घर पे क्यों बैठा है आकर के. थोड़ी बोल सकते हैं कि फेल हो गया है, ऐसा तो बोल नहीं सकते. क्या बोले, क्या मुंह दिखाएं, कैसा क्या करें. So there was a lot of things that were going on. my parents' mind, they didn't know what to do, what next. मुझे तो इतना गुस्सा था, मैं पढ़ाई वढ़ाई छोड़ देता हूँ, चलो कोई बात नहीं, फिर कुछ कर लेंगे और कुछ कर लूंगा जीवन में. तो यहाँ तक आ गया था, and it was such a sad moment. So I went back home, to cut the long story short, and I stayed home for a year. Came back to Vrindavan only to give my supplementary exam and then go back. And the next year, I rejoined because I had passed with good marks in my supplementary exams. So next year again, June, mein, I came, and this time there was a room that was allotted to me, and I joined back. Now the actual pain begins, because I am now studying with all the students who are younger to me, मेरे juniors के batch में. So मेरे अंदर ना बहुत वो guilt था. How do I face them? Because everybody would look down upon me. ये आ गया, ये फेल हुआ था लास्ट ईयर, हमारा सीनियर था, अब आ गया जूनियर. वैसे बहुत सारी चिंताएं मेरे अंदर थी. How would I cope up with them? मेरे जितने बैचमेट्स थे सब आगे पास आउट हो गए, पुटपर्ती शिफ्ट हो गए. So I didn't even have my friends with me. I was all alone, And anyway, the session started. I found a room. I made some new friends. We were cordial acquaintances, and सब मुझे respect करते थे because मैं senior था. ऐसा मुझे लगता था. Okay, but anyway, I mean, they were all very warm towards me, and my teachers were happy that I was there, and a lot of things had transpired during this 1 year. Okay, I realized that मेरा उस साल मेरे घर पे रहना बहुत जरूरी था, because there were a lot of calamities that broke in our house that 1 year. Okay, and had I not been with my parents, पता नहीं क्या होता. So in a way, I was thinking कि शायद स्वामी का इच्छा रहेगा. I don't know, but ठीक है, चलो जो हुआ हो गया, कुछ कर नहीं सकते उसका. So comes Guru Purnima, and we from Vrindavan campus, we visit Puttaparthi for a Guru Purnima festival. So I'm sitting one day for bhajans, and Swami comes, and the moment he sees me, he calls me, and I go and I kneel down in front of him. The first thing Swami asks, "How was your vacation?" First thing he asks, "How was your vacation?" और मैं जो एक पूरे साल का भरा हुआ था, वो सब उधर निकल गया मेरा. I started crying, like wailing, like anything. Okay, because it was a lot of pain that I had gone through that 1 year of not being able to face anybody, not being able to talk to anybody, with all the things that were happening in my house. So I just cried, and Swami just kept his hand on me. He said, "Your parents needed you a lot. That is why I sent you home." Okay. Then he told me something that was really shocking. He said, "How's your mother?" He asked me. I said, "She's good, Swami. She's doing fine." Swami said she was supposed to meet with a big accident. She was supposed to lose both her limbs. Then I remembered about you. You had sung that bhajan, "Hey Shyam Sundara." It was a very nice bhajan. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. So Swami thought, चलो, माफ करता है. So I saved your mother. My tears were just flowing incessantly because I didn't know what to speak. Just because I had sung one bhajan, someday, I don't know when, he decided to just nullify something that was supposed to be devastating for me and my family. One bhajan. That's how our song is. So that was a big thing for me. So he told me, "Jao, be happy, study well." And trust me, that was a transformation. I mean, I don't know, something changed in me that day. Okay. I was a different person after that day. When I passed out of my Brindavan campus, I had scored, uh, uh, I had a CGPA of about 3.67. But my education, like my studies, improved. By the time I finished my post graduation, I had gotten a CGPA of almost 4.87, which was like just 2 points behind. I think point 2% behind the gold rank. Okay, so I had become that good at studies. I had taken it seriously. My singing had improved. I had become more serious towards life. वो बचपना वो शरारतीपन ये सब निकल गया था मुझमें से. That 1 year really transformed me, really changed me. So the version that you see today is very different from the version. I was a brat. Okay, I was a spoiled brat back then. But that 1 year made me a man. All thanks to my family. Now my third year undergraduate is the time when I got a lot of chances with swimming. Okay, I don't know, because things had changed in me probably, and I was a third year student. There are a lot of things that started happening with that year. That was the year when I came, like my physical proximity with Bhagwan increased a lot. I remember my third year undergraduate was the year where, for some reason, we didn't have the Dashara holidays were not there. And the Gram Seva didn't happen that particular year as it happens generally. Gram Seva was pushed somewhere closer to Swami's birthday. So we were all supposed to go to Gram Seva for about 8 or 9 days. And at the end of 9th day was the convocation, and then followed by Swami's birthday on the 23rd of November. उस साल ऐसा था, for some reason. I don't remember exact reason, but this is what it was. So I remember we were all sitting in Sai Kulwant Hall, and we were all being assigned the groups जहाँ पे हम ग्राम सेवा जाएंगे. And suddenly our music teacher, Dr. Shailesh Srivastav, Shailesh sir, he comes from nowhere and he says, Nishad, I want to talk to you. Takes me aside and he says that this year for the convocation drama, Swami wants for you to compose a song. I said, क्या बोल रहे हैं sir? Compose तो आप करते हैं हमेशा. He says, हाँ, but I don't know why, but Swami asked me to speak to you. You have to compose a song for the drama this year. Okay. Now this is a very big opportunity. Don't take it lightly. Okay, it's very, very important. So I've spoken to your teachers. You have been permitted to not go into Gram Seva. Instead, you will be part of the drama team who will be there, who will stay back. All the recordings, all the songs, everything will be composed. So you have to start composing something. So when can I sit and narrate the entire story to you? Keep it very hush hush. Not everybody needs to know about it. So I don't know, like बहुत कुछ बहुत जल्दी हो रहा था मेरे साथ. So I was like pretty excited, at the same time very nervous because Swami ने ऐसा कुछ कहा है. So he asked me कि तुमको क्या चाहिए? What do you want to compose a song? Now when we come from Vrindavan, we all stay in East Prashanti, and we sleep in Kulwant Hall at night. Okay, that's a chance that not everybody gets. Only Vrindavan boys get. That the entire night we can actually sleep in Sai Kulwant Hall, spread our beds and ऐसा तकिया लेकर के सोते हैं, and रात के 4 बजे उठते हैं because they have to again start cleaning the Kulwant Hall. So we get that benefit. So he asked me, what do you want? So I remember when I was in my 11th and 12th standard in school, higher secondary school, there was a white keyboard. Okay, it was a Yamaha का एक keyboard था, silver color keyboard, sorry, not white. और वो मेरा बहुत चाहिता था. I had composed a lot of things in 11th and 12th. I said, sir, वो keyboard मिल जाए तो बहुत मजा आएगा. He said, आके ले जा. So I went to school walking with him. On the road, he told me the entire story of the drama. ये theme है, ऐसा है, वैसा है. यहाँ पे तेरे को गाना बनाना है. So I remembered all of that, and I took the keyboard. I remember, and he said, "Don't walk. I'll make a rickshaw for you." So he paid for a rickshaw. The rickshaw dropped me at the ashram gate. From there, I went in. I didn't go to my room. Okay, I walked in straight into Kulwant Hall. It was, I think, about 8:30 in the evening. everything was empty. I was not hungry at all. पेट इतना भर गया था न्यूज सुनकर के. So, and I started looking for a plug point. Keyboard है ना, तो कहाँ plug करूँ? I didn't find a plug point anywhere. But one plug point which is there at the ladies' side, near the gates, जहाँ पे वो स्वामी जहाँ से आते थे ना, from यजुर मंदिर, वहाँ पे एक water cooler हुआ करता था. अभी भी है. So this water cooler had a plug point. So water coolers are all switched off at night. So उसका वो adapter मैंने निकाला, plug निकाला और मेरे कीबोर्ड का adapter लगाया और वहीं नीचे बैठ गया, facing यजुर मंदिर at that gate. Okay. And I said, Swami, मेरे पास कुछ नहीं, I don't know what am I supposed to compose? मुझे कुछ आता ही नहीं. So I sat there, and that is where I don't know how. I don't know. Those next, I think I was awake till about 2 or 3 in the morning. Everybody else was sleeping. And in that particular night, in those few hours, was where Pyar Hu Main, the song that we had composed for that particular year's convocation drama, that took birth at that particular moment. It was right at Kulwant Hall. And later on, a lot of people, Ravi sir was the one who had sung that for the convocation drama. Swami loved the song. I remember we had sessions where we would go inside interview room, and Salishwar would have his small keyboard, okay, that he would take. And Swami would want to listen to the song. So he would play that on that small keyboard, and we were supposed to sing it in front of Swami. So he would listen to it, and then he would give his tippani and corrections and all of that. So being a student and being a part of the convocation drama team was a big deal, okay? Because every single day you get special darshan from Swami. Swami comes to Purna Chandra Auditorium to watch the drama. Okay. So, चूंकि हम सब ड्रामा के बच्चे थे, तो we would get extra chances with Swami, extra time to spend with Swami, close proximity. Swami आकर के हर एक का ड्रेस देखेंगे, हर एक का मेकअप देखेंगे, एक्टिंग अच्छा करता है नहीं करता है, ये गाना यहाँ पे डालो, उसको ऐसा करो, ये डांस ऐसा नहीं कर पाए. All of those nitty-gritty. Swami is a very different person. There's this concept, this beautiful concept called empty yoga. It comes from a Zen master, Master Suzuki. It means basically that every time you do something or you're trying to do something new, you should always empty your cup, because when your cup is empty, by your cup it means your mind. The mind is empty. Whatever God has to give you, whatever a guru has to give you, you can contain it. है ना? अगर कप भरा हुआ रहेगा ना, जो भी डालेंगे गिर जाएगा. So this empty your cup is something that I've learned it from Swami physically. Because सोचिए ना, Swami is the one who writes the drama. Swami is the one who directs the drama. Swami is the one who comes for every rehearsal, sees the drama, corrects the actor, teaches them, chooses the songs. And after all of this, na, who do we present the entire drama to? Swami again. And that day, on the 22nd of November, he would sit and watch the drama as if he's never seen it before. That is called being empty cup. The same with everything. No? Same with everything. I mean, look at the hospitals. Look at the education system. Look at the water facilities. He's been the mastermind behind each one of them. Yet, on the day of inauguration, look at him. He'll be like a small child. Arey, wow, ye bhi ho gaya, arey, ye bhi ho gaya, wo bhi ho gaya. See, that is how detached he is. That is how empty cup he is all the time. That's something that's so very powerful that I learned from him. So, usi saal, na, we were having this sports meet drama called Bhakta Potana. Okay, so I was again like in the music group for the drama, and we were there behind the scenes. And जैसा होता है कि जब म्यूजिक के बच्चे होते हैं ना, वो सब अपना रिकॉर्डिंग कर लेते हैं. उनके बाद then they're given some small role in the drama कि हाँ वो लोग कहीं तो थे, like so that they also get some blessings from someone. So एक गाना था उसमें which was basically कृष्ण लीला था drama. तो उस कृष्ण लीला में they gave me a role of यशोदा. Okay. अब मेरी दाढ़ी वाड़ी है, तब नहीं थी, तब बहुत चिकना था मैं. And I was a little fat, okay. So I don't know क्यों, but मुझे यशोदा बनाया था उस ड्रामा. Okay. So जैसे ही रोल मिला, and I was supposed to come, and then Krishna was there. He had lifted the Mandar Girdhari, and I was supposed to come and marvel at him, and ऐसा कुछ तो, so it was just a very like 2 minute के लिए मैं आऊँगा stage पे and I'll go back. But उसके लिए, I mean, imagine the amount of detailing that our beloved teachers go through. मुझे नरसिंहमूर्ति सर ने बुलाया था, बोला था, बॉय तुम्हें यशोदा का रोल मिला है. यशोदा was a very very pious, very, you know, एक ऐसी लेडी थी who was very composed, who very, she carried herself very well. So you can't be just like this. You have to lose weight. Like, ठीक है sir, tell me how to lose weight, because we just have about a week to go. How can I lose that much weight in 1 week? He said, don't worry, you stop eating. I said, okay, and how do I survive after that? He said, no, don't worry, we'll put you on special diet. You have to go around, you have to run every day. So he put me through a very very hectic regime. वो पूरे एक हफ्ते ना, मुझे ही पता है कि मैंने कैसे गुजारे वो एक हफ्ते, क्योंकि मुझे खाना बहुत पसंद था और वही चीज मुझे नहीं मिली. एक हफ्ते बहुत खाना कम किया. फिर डाइटिक्स में हमारे डाइटरी फूड्स थे, वो कुछ अलग फल वल खाते थे, एक्सरसाइज करते थे, बहुत पानी पे जिया था मैं, ऐसा था. एनी हाउ, एंड आई वाज सेइंग, स्वामी क्यों, एक तो मुझे रोल नहीं करना था. इट्स ओके, आई कंपोज अ सॉन्ग फॉर यू, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी डूइंग द म्यूजिक. एक तो यशोदा बना दिया, लड़की बना दिया मेरे को, ऊपर से फिर ये सब भी करवा रहे हैं कि मुझे पतला करो, ये करो, वो करो. सब मतलब चलो ठीक है, व्हाई आर यू पुटिंग मी थ्रू ऑल दिस थिंग्स. एनीवे, द फाइनल डे द ड्रामा हैपेंड एंड सब खत्म हो गया, ये हो गया. सो नाउ comes the time when Swami distributes safaris to all the students, you know. So बच्चे लोग जा रहे थे and he was giving safari to everybody. Moment I went na, and I bowed down with my folded hands, Swami caught my hand and said, Amma. He called me Amma. Okay. And I was like, अच्छा मैं यशोदा हूँ इसीलिए अम्मा बुला रहे ऐसा. And he said, where were you all this time? I said, Swami यही तो था मैं. So no, I thought you will be there throughout the drama. Why did you come for 2 minutes and go away like this? I want to see you in the center. So एक और ड्रामा लिखो अभी जिसमें you become the main character and you stand there in the middle and throughout the drama you should be acting. I want to see you. ये क्या बोल रहे हैं अभी स्वामी, अभी कौन सा फिर ड्रामा लिखेंगे, क्या होगा, कैसा क्या होगा. लाइक यस स्वामी, विल डू इट स्वामी, करेंगे स्वामी. ऐसा स्वामी ने ऐसे ही कुछ बोल दिया होगा. It doesn't really mean anything. And saying so, he spoke to the boy behind. The boy ran and he got a sari. And while all the other boys got safari clothes, Swami gave me a sari. Okay, because of the Yashoda. My mom wears that sari. बहुत शान से पहनती है आज. वो साड़ी स्वामी ने दिया था, वो साड़ी मुझे. Okay. So that episode happened. And then it was that very episode jab I got a chance when I asked Swami, I want to stay with you for a few more days, for a few more years at least. But I don't know, I can't be a part of the MSc physics batch. मैं BSc physics में था, but चूंकि I had a back year, एक साल supplementary का था मेरा, so they couldn't promote me in the integrated program. So I could not be a part of the MSc physics. So I said, Swami, institute में तो सब कोई है नहीं, कैसा हो सकता है? But I really want to spend at least 2 more years with you. I don't know how to do it. बताओ ना कैसे करो. Swami looked at me and said, नानो साइंस में अप्लाई करो, सीट देता है. नानो साइंस में अप्लाई करो, सीट देता है. That's all he said. And then आरती happened and then he left. So I was clueless कि नानो साइंस में अप्लाई करो. नानो साइंस है क्या, पहली बात. कहाँ अप्लाई करूं, कौन सा सीट देंगे. लाइक चलो ठीक है, स्वामी ने सोच ही लिया कि हमको बाहर जाना है तो बाहर ही जाएंगे, फिर कोई बात नहीं. सो आई गो बैक एंड देन माय वार्डन आस्क्ड मी कि व्हाट डिड स्वामी टेल यू, एंड आई टोल्ड हिम दैट दिस इज व्हाट स्वामी सेड. शिव शंकर साई सर, ही वाज द HOD फिजिक्स एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम एट पुट्टपर्ती. सो ही आस्क्ड मी, डिड स्वामी रियली से नैनो साइंस में अप्लाई करो, सीट देता है? सो यस सर, दैट्स व्हाट ही सेड. And he sat down. He said, boy, you know what? In the next year curriculum, we are planning to launch a new course called MSc Nanoscience and Nanotechnology. Okay, we are still preparing the coursework. Sab hona baki hai. We're supposed to get the UGC permission वगैरह. After getting the permission, we were supposed to get it to Swami. कि Swami आप bless करो, आप permit करो, so we can start a new course. And here is Swami telling you, apply करो, seat देता है. So congratulations, you're unofficially the first student of the batch, the first batch of nanoscience and nanotechnology. And that's how it happened. So then I applied for nanoscience, and of course, like there was a formal interview and all of that. But I cleared the interview and I got selected. So I could stay back with Swami for 2 more years in my nanoscience and nanotechnology. We were in my second year post graduation, and I had already started thinking कि मैं आगे करूँगा क्या. So I was pretty clear in my head that I want to get into the field of creativity. So मुझे बॉम्बे आना था उसके बाद. So in the Dashera holidays of 2010, I came to Bombay so that I could come to Bombay and figure out, okay, do a little bit of Reiki. कि क्या कोर्स करूं, किन के साथ काम करूं, कहाँ रुकूं, कैसा शहर है, थोड़ा शहर को जानूं, लोगों से दोस्ती यारी करूं, जानूं पहचानूं, नेटवर्किंग करूं. That was my intent. So the entire holiday was supposed to be that. So I was here, and then suddenly, I think on the third or fourth day of my being in Bombay, I got a call from brother Amay Deshpande. And he says, Ki, bro, where are you? I said, I'm in Bombay. So what are you doing in Bombay? I told him I've come here to just explore the city so that I know what to do after my education. So Swami wants you by tomorrow evening's darshan. You have to be back. I said, what did he say? Just come. Don't ask, just come. And I didn't know, like, मैं Bombay में हूँ, how do I travel to Puttaparthi in a single night? And then I thought the only way for me was to fly down. मैंने जीवन में कभी फ्लाइट नहीं ली, बैठी थी तब, बैठा था तब तक. So it was my first flight from Bombay to Bangalore. I got down the next morning, took a bus from somewhere in the middle, and then reached by about 2 p.m. at Puttaparthi. It was scorching, it was hot, and I made it somehow to the evening darshan. So I was sitting there in the darshan, and that is where our warden Narsimurthy sir, he comes down and he says, oh boy, you're here, good. Swami has been looking for you. I said, yes sir, but kya hua kya? Why this? He says, congratulations. Swami has selected you for the convocation drama. I said, that's great, Swami, but that's great, sir, but ye hua kaise? What happened? He said, see, generally what happens is now they take the profile cards of all the students who, like, the teachers feel okay are eligible for acting or जो भी हैं shortlisted हैं, उनको देते हैं, Swami को देते हैं. That Swami sees and he chooses who should the lead role be. So apparently Swami took the entire bunch of cards in his hand with all the photographs of all the students, and he was flipping them. Okay, जैसा ऐसा ऊपर से निकाल के नीचे रखते हैं इस तरह से. And he was seeing all of them. And उसमें मेरा भी कार्ड आया था, and he saw it and he kept it down. And पूरी गड्डी देख ली, स्वामी ने कुछ नहीं बोला, and he gave the entire गड्डी back to Narsimurthy sir, and then went into a trance like this. Okay, this is what Narsimurthy sir has explained to me. And Narsimurthy sir notices there is one profile card left in his, so he had plugged one of the cards between his little finger and the ring finger. उसके बीच में एक फंस के रह गया. And for the longest time, Tommy was there quiet. And then when he opened his eyes, he realized that there is one card left. And he saw that card was mine. So Swami kept staring at my face for the longest time. And he said, good boy, very good boy. So, okay, he gave it back. So Narsimurthy sir took it as this thing that, okay, Swami has probably selected this boy to be in the lead role for this year's convocation drama. So which is why I gave you a call that Swami wants you here, immediately come. So he's remembered you, he's told you something like that, matlab, aaja. And that's how that year's convocation drama happened. There were two of us on the lead. One was my brother Kapil, who's I think in the US right now. And the drama was called Tameva Sharanam Mama. And both of us were playing the lead roles. That was the last drama that Swami physically saw. 2010 was his 85th birthday. We were blessed to be a part of that convocation, and we could play a small part and etch ourselves with Swami. Swami's name forever, you know. So, and that is exactly when I remembered what Swami had told about 3 years ago, that एक और drama लिखो जहाँ पे you should be the main role and you should be there playing a lead part and then doing a lot of things in the middle. So I remembered probably this is what Swami was meaning. Because मैं तो उस चीज को कब का भूल गया था. इस चीज को बोले स्वामी को 2 साल हो चुके थे. Out of the blue suddenly, so whatever he says ना, nothing, वो भी जाया नहीं जाता. It's all for a purpose. There is something that the avatar, when he says it na, it has to happen. But I would just like to sum it up by saying that, you know, now that the avatar is no longer physically there with us, there's a lot of responsibility that lies on our shoulders. Okay, by us I mean not just students but also devotees, people who have been beneficiary of that love, people who have experienced the avatar of this age. So how do we repay it back? हमें करना क्या है? We have to keep the learnings of our master alive by spreading it. We have to share this love, share this wisdom, share whatever we have from him and pass it on to the next generation. Because they will know our Bhagavan through us. So it's a lot of responsibility. Okay. And we should try and duplicate Swami in whatever way we can. By duplicate, I mean, see, Swami has done so much for the society. Swami was not just about darshan, about sparshan, about sambhashan. He was about love in action. He has done so much, you know. He's given education, free education to so many children. Can we, in our own caliber, in our own capacity, educate one person like this? Create one individual like that? Shower that one, you know, एक ऐसा प्यार किसी और के ऊपर छिड़ा सकते हैं क्या? He has given food to so many villagers for so many years. Can we feed somebody like that? Action. See, I'll tell you what now. This is something that's very, very a personal thought that I have. But it is a thought that bothers me because nowadays ना कैसा होता है कि a lot of us, we find a lot of solace कि हमने कुछ donation दे दिया, we transferred, wired some money to Sathasai Central Trust or any trust or for that matter, and हाँ मैंने सेवा कर लिया है. नहीं हो रहा. Swami never wanted our money. Sathasai Avatar is the only avatar who said, love is the currency of God. So Swami never wanted our money. He wanted us, our physical presence in his mission. Because हमसे ना वो अपने मिशन को सार्थक करते थे. We were the ones who were necessary. We are the ones who are necessary. Our resources तो वो आ ही जाएंगे. स्वामी का काम है तो resources की कोई कमी नहीं होगी. So yes, contributing financially is one thing, but let us be a part of that seva. No? It's so important that we physically get on the ground and really make a difference in society, because ये change ना हमसे ही आएगा. सतयुग कहाँ से आएगा? हम ही से आएगा. We are the torch bearers of this avatar's legacy. We are his legacy. So we have to pave the way forward for all humanity. They all look up to us. See, we all know Jesus Christ through his disciples. We all know Rama, Krishna through people, his contemporaries. So for ages together, the world would remember Satyasai Baba through us. So they all look up to us. कि हम क्या करते हैं? And we have to act right. We have to do a lot of things, because The avatar has physically gone because he's taught us a lot. जो सिखाना था सिखा के चले गए. It's futile for us, and he told it so many times that each one of you is Satya Sai Baba. हम सब उन्हीं के स्वरूप हैं. So all his message was that all of you, if each one of you turns into one Sai Baba, that's it. I've accomplished my mission. To raise man to a level of God, wherein you realize what you're here for. So if each one of us can make some attempt in our daily lives, some attempt to create one act of love, to do something that benefits somebody, to create happiness in somebody else's life through some small act, let us not hold ourselves from doing that. कर लेते हैं, क्योंकि इससे क्या होगा ना, इससे भाईचारा बढ़ेगा, हमारे स्वामी का प्यार बटेगा लोगों में. Okay? The name is not important, the form is not important. What is important is the teachings. The teachings are very important. Okay, you can do it in any other name. It's absolutely fine. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But what matters is the learnings, the teachings that our Bhagwan has bestowed upon us should be passed on. Should go through our actions, not just words. बात तो हर कोई कर लेगा. But हमारे actions ही, there's a concept called monkey see, monkey do. लोग जब देखते हैं ना वो करते हुए, that is when they follow you, they do it. So हम अपने teachings को, अपने learnings को action से परिवर्तन करना चाहिए उनको. And that is what I'm sure will give Swami a lot of happiness. And he'll bless us profusely, because moment we start Swami's work, वो रहेंगे हमारे साथ, संग रहेंगे हमेशा.
श्याम सुंदर साई सुंदर